my fondest memory is him going into the corner and taking off his sweater and start singing, "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood." I mean, I just see that whenever I see him. I see him in his his habitat. And he always called me Miss Harriet. I don't know why. Maybe that's Southern. I got my job. I was on the payroll. And I shortly met Fred Rogers. And he was on the air already with his program. And he had a young girl as his co-host. And she was from the Pittsburgh Playhouse. And her name was Josie Carey. And he kept her for about a year. But I quickly recognized that there was a lot of stories to be had in this area, and we wanted to sell WQED to the community so that they would give money so the station could grow. And that's what happened. It just grew and grew, and just Fred brought all kinds of talents in to be a guest on his children's corner. And Fred was from a wealthy socialite family. His father had a factory of some kind. And he and his wife went to Rollins College. And that's where they met and were married. And it was just something was always happening on the program. He had this ability to give a voice to all the different characters, like Daniel Tiger. There were two characters that made an interesting story. They were two lamps, floor lamps. One was Lawrence Light, and the other one was Lily something. And they were a romance, and they were going to get married. So I got the idea of writing a wedding announcement and taking it downtown to Fred Remington, the drama critic, and guess what? They put the story on the society page like you would a normal wedding announcement. So that was a lot of fun. And it was exciting. And then for some reason or not, Fred dropped Josie and did the whole program himself. And he was a very soft-spoken, kind man, and he had no patience for people that didn't toe the line. And all this time, he was going to divinity school in downtown Pittsburgh. And over the years, he got his degree. So this moral feeling that he had toward life was professional, after all. I moved to West Virginia when I got married. But sometimes when I would see something in the paper about Children's Corner, I'd give him a call. And he was always pleased. He loved the attention, and he was very appreciative of anything that you found favorable. Teachers in the schools used to come in with their students to see the neighborhood. And we had tours going on all the time. And of course, we were very glad to have everything because we wanted to raise money and build our reputation. Now, in keeping the scrapbook, I was keeping a record of my work. It wasn't just Fred Rogers, but he was the highlight of everything that I kept. And, Fred's, I think his name must have been McFeely, because one of the characters are named McFeely, and that's not a usual name. But when he created his characters, his mother had all their costumes handmade by her dressmaker. I was very lucky to get that job because everybody was coming around as it grew. It was almost a social thing. Most of our volunteers were the socialites of Pittsburgh. They weren't ordinary people that go out and look for a job. And so I felt lucky that I was exposed to all that.